Today we are blessed to present one of these insightful lectures entitled Buddhist Stories, The Land of Amitabha Buddha, Part 3 of 7, on Between Master and Disciples, given in English on August 15, 2015 in France.
Master, can I tell about what I think was a miracle for me?
Yeah, okay. Your horse? We all like to hear miracles. Please tell us.
So where I live is very remote, so I don't have any internet. To use internet, I've got to go 6 kilometres or 12 kilometres into town
Join the club.
to use the library.
Yeah?
And so I didn't know about that there was going to be a retreat here. And I found out when I drove down to Melbourne on the Friday, and one of my friends, I had dinner with him at a vegan restaurant, and he said, "Oh, did you hear that they've got, things happening?" And by that Monday...
Your friend initiate or not?
Yes, he's initiate, yeah. And by Monday I was booked, and then I found out that I couldn't go. It was cancelled. And I didn't find out till 8 o'clock of the day that I was flying that I could go. But I live a long way from the airport. The airport is like 400 kilometres away.
400 kilometres?
So,
Take you 10 hours to drive there?
Oh, no, it took me... Probably I left at 9:30 in the morning and I was on the flight. I was actually at the airport by about 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
You drove there?
I drove there. God. I drove to the airport. But it was amazing how it all happened because I just jumped in the shower when I found out at 8 o'clock in the morning. My sister started packing my bag for me.
Oh.
I was saying, put this in, put that in, And then I got into the car at 9:30 in the morning, rang up my friend and said, "You have to feed my horses now," because I made up 22 feeds before I left so that, they had food because I make up special feeds for them.
How did you feed your horse? What?
I feed them, they get chaff, so oat chaff, loosened chaff. They get herbs, so they get nettle, and they get carrots and apples, and they get cleavers, which is like the sticky weed. It's a sticky weed. It's very nutritious. It's a weed. People consider it a weed, but actually weeds are quite nutritious. They get that. They get seaweed meal.
Oh.
They get dolomite, which is
quite
like...
a meal.
Yeah.
Nutritious.
They get dolomite, which is because Australia is an old continent, the topsoil has been blown away and all the good stuff is not there anymore, to grow the food. So it's replaced with this dolomite, so they get a pinch of that every day as well. So I made up 22 of these big bags, before I left.
With your sister.
Yeah, but, to me it was just a miracle, and I thought, this is just amazing because in a week, here I am on my way, and I just thought... Well, why wouldn't I be so driven to go? Because to me, it was like I was going to see the most beautiful entity in the whole universe.
E.T.?
Entity. Entity.
Entity. Yeah. So I'm an entity now.
The most beautiful being in the world, in the whole universe. So, that was my driving force to come here.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. For you, at your age, I don't mean to offend anything, but to drive all alone and go to the airport, packing all that, and take care at home before you go, and this is really a miracle to me.
Oh, to me, it's just like I just had to come. It was just like this big thing that I just had to be here.
Yeah,
and I don't know. I just trust my inner knowing,
yeah,
and that's what drives me.
Yeah, I understand. You just want to go.
Yeah.
I understand that.
But, when you were talking about the hunters, because this is a fear I have near where I live because I live in such a remote area, and my horses, there's a lot of deer there, and the hunters come to shoot the deer.
Sometimes they shoot Yeah.
which is really, really sad. But I worry for my horses too,
Yeah,
because
it
they're in
could-
that same
yeah.
vicinity.
That could be your horse also. Understand?
Yeah, but they have coats on that have got reflective bands on them, so, when they shine the light.
Oh, but you never know.
No.
You never know. Sometimes they aim at the deer, but then if your horse nearby, it could happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I live also one day long ago in another remote mountain, there was no water, no electricity, truly nothing. And the hunters also all over around, with the hunting dogs even. So I had to fence it all in.
Well, they have national parks near where I am, and shooters are not allowed to go in there. So the animals, the wildlife, have got an area where they can go,
Yeah.
and they're protected, and nobody's allowed. There people. I mean, you can ride your horse through there, or you can take a bike through there, or whatever. But people are not allowed to take guns and dogs. No dogs, no cats are allowed to go in there. So the wildlife at least have got some area where they can have some peace.
My area is also, but it's a private land, I paid for it, everything. I was thinking maybe one day we, make something there and then everybody can come, but it's not that easy. There's only a small well already dig. If we have rainwater, we must have buildings, you see, so we catch the rain. I built a little, like, it's like a small pool, not a pond even, I built alongside of the stones, so that maybe water will run in there, but it's not much. And I took some water from some little sources from the mountain, but also not much, maybe. But it takes a long time to fill up a tank of maybe, I don't know, maybe 30 tons or something water. I don't know why I told you this story. Because you horse, you and your horse. Okay. Yeah. For you, because you think it's a miracle because you live in it and you know how impossible things happen, and you feel it. You have the intuition and the connection inside, you feel it. But if you tell like that in worldly language, it's became like nothing.
I know.
I know that.
People don't understand how you feel about it.
Yeah. Because you have to live it in order to know, to live the experience. That's why I told many of you don't tell your experience. Yeah, but here we understand. More miracle.
Oh,
Plenty, huh?
they happen all the time.
Understand.
Yeah, but because it's a very peaceful place, and it's sort of like you're always in a beautiful. You always have a lovely feeling. You wake up in the morning, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
You go through the day, you see your animals.
And you're lucky.
So many blessings, And when things are meant to happen, they just do. And you can't really explain it to anybody because it just happens.
Yeah, I understand. I think many of them understand. Yeah. Okay, love. Thank you very much for sharing. Thank you. Anybody else?
I just want to say thank you so much for everything that you've done for me. I know that you arrange everything and you take care of me so well. And my life couldn't be more perfect. Actually, before I come here, because I finished my advanced diploma, and I struggled myself to find a job, and I couldn't find a job. And I say to myself, oh, maybe because not a good time, maybe I have to study more. Just one day before I come here, and then I got a job offer. And I know that you arrange everything. And my life couldn't be more perfect. I got an excellent husband that he's always support me. Every time that we have a retreat, he's always support me and encourage me to come.
Jen, you are the only one who come all the time. The poor guy stay home, take care of everything.
Yeah.
Look at that's why how many guys are lucky to be here.
Yeah.
It's all woman. Honey, I want to go. I must go. And then the husband say, okay, just go. Yeah. What else the man do, huh?
Yeah, even though I depend on him financially 100% because I'm not working at the moment.
You will be, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, thank you for everything.
You're lucky girl. Yeah.
And one more thing that I want to share as well. My parents also want to say thank you to you. They got initiated in Hong Kong camp about over 20 years ago, and they couldn't make to be here because it's really hard for them to get a visa and come here. And they haven't seen you for over 20 years. But they say to me that they don't feel that you with them all the time. My parents, they all loving hard in Vietnam. The miracle is from the first day of opening until now, the loving heart is already full of customer. And even actually, to be honest with you, when they call me up and they say that they want to open the loving hub 5 years ago, and I even want to stop them because before the loving heart, they already opened 2 vegetarian before, but it's not successful. And I say to my parents, maybe you move to the other thing. Maybe it's not suit you. But my mom, she have a deep connection with you inside, and she say that I've never thought that I was gonna open any vegetarian or vegan restaurant again because it's enough for me. But somehow, Master inside tell me that I have to open the loving heart, and then I can see that's miracle because it's not often that you see the restaurant from the first day ever of opening until now, which is 5 years already, but it's full of customer every day. And especially the first day of the month and the middle day of the month, which is ngày rằm và mùng 1 đó sư phụ.
Buddhist, yeah.
Yeah, and even we don't have enough seat for all the customer. They have to queue up in such a long line, and some of them have to go out to find the seat themselves. Yeah, but they still happy.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's quite a miracle.
Mostly good food.
Yeah,
The
I think
miracle
so.
is the food.
But I think it's all about you. You bless the restaurant, and everybody in the restaurant can feel it.
Good, wonderful. Good news. Congratulations. Yes. They don't feel separate from me, that's why. They haven't seen me a long time, but they feel like they've just seen me yesterday. It's okay like that. Some people are like that, yes. That's why they can do many things, you know. They can make it happen. Good.
Thank you, Master.
Go home and be nice to your husband.
I will.
Even though he loves you, but you have to be nice and appreciate it and express it, you know? Yeah, express it. John, I guess all of you know better than I how to be a wife. Who am I to tell you, because I left him anyway. Yeah. But I have always loved him, you know? Okay, anyone else? No? Okay, it's good. I can read you some sutra. Yes. I appreciate it very much when you ask really important question, or not important question, but the main point is that it has to come in from inside, you know, sincerely you want to know about it, you know, 'cause you need it. Even low-level question, but if you really need it. Togo, your brother was not initiated? No. The one that is sick?
Je suis le seul initié là.
You are the only one? Okay. Yeah, that's why he died and you live. Huh? That's what you mean. That's what you mean by miracle.
He was the only one initiated in his family.
Yes.
And
his brother did not get initiated.
his brother wasn't initiated.
The same sickness, and the brother died and he did not. That's why he think it's a miracle. Yeah, same sickness because it's genetic. So
Yeah, for generations they kill.
So if he died, you would have to. Understand now, because I was thinking why brother died, he don't die, and then why it's so miracle? Now I understand. This sutra is very famous. Amitabha Buddha is one of the most famous in the Buddha's kingdom. The Buddha Sakyamuni introduced him to us, to his disciples, and now we also know about it. Okay? Guanyin Bodhisattva, Amitabha Buddha, Sakyamuni Buddha, Medicine Buddha, these are famous. So I read Amitabha Buddha especially, very famous. Sometimes more famous than Sakyamuni Buddha. They don't, many, for example, in Taiwan, in Taiwan, when they do retreat with any master, they just recite Namo Amitabha Buddha all the time. I have not seen one that recite Namo Sakyamuni Buddha all the time. They do when they do praying and puja, but not retreat specially, just to recite Namo Amitabha Buddha. He's quite famous. Now, I'm going to tell you why he is so famous. Now, I will read you the sutra, and then you will know why. You want to? Yes. Even a non-Buddhist? Who are non-Buddhists? Raise hand. So now you understand something about Buddhism. Next time you meet a monk and you tell him, I know you. You're the son of Sakyamuni Buddha.
Happy viewers, we appreciate your company for today's episode entitled Buddhist Stories, the Land of Amitabha Buddha, Part 3 of 7.